Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
Good morning, welcome back here on the show. This is Prime Morning if you just joined us here. It's a midweek and it's time for us to get into News Flash. This is where we're going to talk about issues that concerns you, and you can always be a part of our conversations over here. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is to go on social media. We're streaming live on Facebook. You can drop your messages over there. Our WhatsApp line is also active. You can also send your concerns, your contributions. They are very much welcome here on the show. Now, my guests are seated. I'm going to be introducing them to you in a couple of minutes, but I also want to go to the front page of the newspapers, as always, to check out what has been reported. But don't forget, the News Flash is proudly brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Franco Trading Enterprise Phone Appiah Larbi-Ampofo. And I'm entreating you this morning to go ahead. If you want to monitor your area, your homes, your offices, you can't always be there 24/7. But of course, you can have a second eye that will ensure that every single thing that happens over there is totally taken into account. And I'm talking about a CCTV camera that would ensure that every detail you have it, and it's anywhere, everywhere you go, you can carry it along. And we're telling you, it's a monitor video that you can also use on screen display, OSD video, audio control, all in one composite signal. We have IP67, we have IP67 weatherproof and highly reliability, and also we've got the accessories that we're giving, and it's 40% discount on any accessories that you buy from us and other phones as well. Do not forget that if you're a Samsung phone person, if you're a Nokia person, if you're an iPhone person, the only place you can buy quality when it comes to these phones is Franco Trading Enterprise. We are the leading phone and accessories and electronic retail outlet here in Ghana, and we entreat you to buy from us. Now, you can call us on 0246 422 338. That's 0246 422 338, or you can also call on 0555 9393 11, 0555 9393 11, and speak to us. Go on Google Play App Store and you can download our app over there. It's Franco Trading app, and you can do business over there. Please do not do business with numbers you pick on Google. No, do not do business with anybody who has a number on Google. Just call the numbers that I've given you and you can speak to us. Franco Trading Enterprise, phone Appiah. Now let's get to the front page of the newspapers. The dailies are here, and I'm going to start off with Daily Guide. Now, Daily Guide says EC sets a Jusu by-election to April 30, and NPP holds primary April 13, and Pay 3 has got a story on that. Free SHS will collapse under Mahama, and you can catch up. Page 6 has got a story on that as well. 4 more in court over missing pennies, and Funny Face granted 120k bill, and Ghana to return to 5.0% GDP growth, and also you can find that story in Daily Guide as well. And somewhere in the middle page, Ja Rule in Ghana for School project, and we've seen videos and pictures of him on social media, and I think he's got 2 days to spend here in the country, and that's also something you can read about as well. Now, in the middle pages as well, facilitate informed financial decisions with responsible reporting. At the back page, John is a gift to sports, and he's launched his very own all-regional games yesterday as well, so you can also be looking forward to that experience from Asamoah Jan. And young Ghanaian athletes making strides abroad. Ghana ranked 3rd best in pillow fighting. You can imagine pillow fighting. That's where we're... A man prosecuted for online abuse, and that's also captured on the back page of the Daily Guide this morning. Away from that, the Ghanaian Times is here, and addressing housing deficit, new district housing program to take off by end of year, says Opong Nkrumah. And PIAC pushes for revision of 41-year-old law establishing GNPC. And Sraj wants criminal offences amendment bill 2022 assented to ban witchcraft accusation. And away from that, a Jusu constituency by election April 30, EC says so. At the back page, only coach charged, Hearts, others fined. Mediama SC, the Hearts lock horns at the Ekun Park today. And new NSA boss meets Accra staff. That's also captured the back page of the Ghanaian Times. The Ghanaian publisher this morning says free SHS will collapse under Mahama Timba. Umia says so. Akufo-Addo assents to wildlife bill, and youth employment Guinness Ghana partner to train 200 hospitality workers as well. And that's also captured on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher this morning. Let's go to the Republic Press, and John Kume's seat up for grabs. EC sets April 30 for elections and scrap e-levy now. Mahama charges. Funny Face granted 120,000 Ghana cedis bail. That's the Republic Press this morning. The ABC newspaper is here, and it says free SHS is Mahama's nightmare. Just a by-election to come off April 30. EC, almost all of them reported on that by-election. We will serve clients with integrity, fairness and empathy, says GRA Commissioner General. And Senate boss Dr. Fori Tinkwan sacked, has been replaced by Safma Fosan, which was also brought a lot of issues up. As at yesterday, social media was all over that issue, and the coming days will be very interesting in this country. Now, the Accra Times says ahead of the 2024 general elections, the peacemakers bargain task Ghanaians, and Mahama mocks Bawumia, you are not an opposition leader, scrap the e-levy now. Celebrate Modestus Anyable, Speaker says so, and Pusiga MP nominates Afinyo Market as Deputy Speaker. That's also captured on the front page of the Accra Times this morning. The very last one will be the new finder, and it says that the incentives for housing sector, government, stakeholders developing fresh package, says Opong Nkrumah and EcoBank Access Bank among top beginners in 313.4 million Ghana cedis trade on GSC in March. And ex-President Mahama's criticism of WASE results without merit. NPP says so. Youth Employment Partners Guinness to upskill 200 youth in hospitality. That's also captured by the new finder this morning. Don't forget that News Flash is proudly brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Franco Trading Enterprise Phone, Papa Fie. And that's where you can get quality phones that are guaranteed. And I'm entreating you this morning to actually pick one for yourself. If you want TV screens that are very big, and I'm talking about very huge ones, it's the only place that you can find them. And I'm talking about Franco Trading Enterprise. We'll love to shop over there. And so make your way there. It's www.francotrading.com, and that's where you can also find us and some more updates that you can actually do business with us. And that's what it is. Now, we come back into the major issues we're talking about today. And this morning, we're looking at two very serious issues. Now I say serious issues because one has to do with elections and one has to do with governance and how we can actually account, all the things that the government will be doing and when they're in power. And it's something that the president is launching today at Gimpa. Now that's the performance tracker, and matters arising at the IPAC meetings. NDC and PP divided. We're going to be looking at that issue too as well. You can send your messages ahead of time on our WhatsApp line, and you can also send it to our Facebook. We're streaming live over there. In the studio, I've been joined by A Mettle NUNOO, representing the NDC communications team. Good morning, bro. How are you doing?
Good morning, KMJ. I'm doing well by His grace.
Yeah. Good to have you in the studio.
Yeah,
Thank
good to have you
much.
too.
I like your outfit. Don't talk about it. I kind of like this.
Yeah, I'm learning from you. If I come to meet KMJ, you need to meet up with the fashion style.
Nothing there.
Yeah, so I'm learning from you. I like your campaign for the
Light of Ghana.
The Light of Ghana, yeah. I like the campaign. I was watching you at home, and I'm glad that you started the campaign. So congrats to you and the entire crew. It's something that we need to really speak about.
Yeah.
Because if you are driving in Accra at night, it's very, very, very dangerous. As if the street lights are not working, it's not enough. Traffic lights are also not working. And most of the roads, you see, when you're driving at night, you need to use the road markings.
They're not even there.
They're not even there. And you can't guarantee a road to have a complete asphalting. Sometimes you meet potholes and manholes in there. So it's very dangerous. So good job to you and the team.
Thank you. We're entreating everybody out there to also be part of it. Make sure that you send those videos to us. Be a reporter, send the videos. Let us know where you are, which area you are. Do a bit of commentary if you want. Let us explain situations to us, and we'll be very, very, very much appreciative of that.
And highways.
So we're building up. We want to let the issue be known, and then we'll now invite them for them to answer a few questions that we'll be asking them.
Okay.
So right now we're making the citizens as part of it. Just video and send it to us, and then we'll play it for everybody to know that this is the situation. And then when we are done, we'll now invite them so they can all answer.
I think too that as a country, because some of the roads when you are driving through them, you realize that there are street lights, but they are off.
Yeah.
Sometimes we experience from the assembly, you realize that when you make the technicians go up, sometimes just the photocell, that's the problem. Sometimes just the connection.
Yeah.
That has
not
been
even major or
disconnected.
Like
so I think that our maintenance culture also should be something that we critically need to look at. And most of these major roads, the urban and the municipal assemblies will tell you they don't fall within their jurisdiction. It falls under urban rules. They are waiting for urban rules to come and then fix them. And even within the localities where you have the MMDCs, where their jurisdiction covers, most of the lights go off and then there's no maintenance that is being done about them. So our maintenance culture is also key. It's not just about fixing the lights, but we should continuously maintain them. And we should find a way to also stop these people who come and cut certain parts of the street side. They are there. Some people come and then at night they remove certain parts of the street lights. All these things.
Those scrap boys.
Needs to be checked.
Yeah, those scrap boys too. They're also another problem that we have to deal with. So yeah, we're going to be looking at all of these things right here on the show. So yeah, make sure that you keep sending your videos to us. Dennis Appiah Larbi-Ampofo is here with me this morning from the NPP communication team, and it's good to have you here, bro.
Okay, how are you, man? You're looking good.
Thank you. The two of you are all the
same. Metal was trying to be nice about, but you're looking really, really.
I like
I mentioned before we started. Today, it's either you give this one to me or
after the show.
You could even do it right now.
Oh, look at this man. Anyway, you also want to pass any comments on our light up?
Yeah, I think that whoever drives should be concerned about street, and not just about those who drive. Here, once you commute in and around Accra, you should be concerned about it because it's quite a critical issue when it comes to the safety of pedestrians and commuters on our roads. And like Metal said, I agree with Metal when he says that we really need to look at our maintenance issues in this country. It's not just about going to fix these streets, because most often when roads are fixed, street lights are placed on them. Yep. And unfortunately for us, it doesn't take so much long a time to have these lights just go off. So I'm happy to see this on our screens, and I think that it is a call for all of us to be a part of it. You need not necessarily be in opposition before you can really say that this is a national concern, and this is not even about just a government or just a party. It's about whoever is assigned in their various offices taking cue out of this and ensuring that we all be a part of our protecting our safety. Sometimes, I don't know if it is because we don't place so much premium on lives and safety in our part of the world, but it is a critical issue. We all have a responsibility to keep lives on the road safe and for all of us. Because if you go and you don't come back, there is no Ghana for you.
Yeah, pretty much so. And so we're all part of this. It's a national concern. And so let us know where you are, which area you are. Make sure that you send those videos to us. Our WhatsApp line is on your screens. You can always send
another danger associated with the fact that the street lights are not working. You realize that most of the cars or fleets, because the lights are bad, they are enhancing their headlights with high fog lights. They fix, and it's also causing a danger. The headlight is there, and then they fix extra fog lights.
Sometimes they even change it.
The headlight, which is so much
so more brighter one.
Approaching you, so that then your whole screen goes dark.
It's painful
when
someone puts
and that can also cause accidents. And it's not their fault, because most of the time, if you use a normal headlights and then you are driving, you might not see the roads clearly. So most often people are driving with highlights or these enhanced lights, and it's very bad. When you're driving in certain parts of a car, where the street lights are functioning well and they are working, you realize that if your lights are off, you turn your headlights off, you'll be able to drive.
You'll be able to drive, yeah.
So if the lights are working, people will not necessarily be having to enhance their speed. Then that is also another cause of road accidents. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did an experiment 2 days ago when I was driving. I needed to take a video and all that. That stretch, there were no traffic street lights, so I decided to put my light off. You know, in a few 30 seconds or so, just to see how dark the road will be, and it's crazy.
Terrible.
You know, so it means that if you're driving and for whatever reasons your lights just go off, because these are machines, they can easily go off at any time. It means that you are going to have a very serious issue on the road. It's either you park or you can't even move at all. You know, but the street lights should be able to aid you, even if your lights are off, to just...
And the street lights makes the city beautiful. Beyond the safety,
it makes the city.
It brightens the city.
Very well. So we need that. Now, let's get into our major conversation. Now, we'll start off with the launch of the tracker. According to government, it's actually aimed at checking transparency and accountability of infrastructure projects that have been implemented. We're launching it this morning. Now, I'll start with you, since it's your people that are doing this. What is going to happen today, first of all, and then we'll get into the details.
Okay, so today at 10 a.m. at Gimpa, what we're doing is that we're setting the foundation for an inclusive government. A government that does not only belong to the people who run their affairs at the Jubilee House or the various MMDAs. A government that does not only belong to the people who work from our ministries, but a government that belongs to you and I, where everybody in our country can be a part of it. Because you see, the narrative of governance here in Africa sometimes is problematic because I feel, or it is believed that the business of government belongs to persons in offices alone. But far beyond that, we all have a part to play in being a part of the government. But you cannot necessarily be a part of a government if you do not understand or know what is going on. So the narrative is shifting from officer-centered or officialdom-centered governance to the masses-centered governance, where we all can be a part of the government process. So today from Gimpa, we're going to launch an accessible platform or system where each and every person can have access to the platform. Each and every person can have access to vital information. If you look at the trajectory of this government and His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa's vision, governance is a serious business that includes everybody. So if you look at the RTI, which was passed under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, it tells you that our job is not only to govern, but to create rooms and systems and institutions that makes governance people-centered. So RTI was passed to give people the opportunity to go into the chambers of government and request vital, sensitive information, which hitherto would have been in the concealment of people or officialdom. But this time around, you can walk up and uncover whatever government is doing. Most often, people in power are not comfortable when opposition or the masses have the ability to go into the nitty-gritties of government. It pretty much exposes wrongdoings in government. And the truth is that wrongdoings are part of governance. People would commit, people will have flaws. It happens everywhere. What we have as a responsibility as government is to create a transparent atmosphere. And I remember sometimes Barack Obama mentioned something that the challenge of Africa is that, or the challenge of leadership is that when people have power, they are afraid of accountability. So it becomes difficult to put them to the sword and also scrutinize what they do. So if you look at the build-up from RTI gives us all the opportunity to probe into matters. It is sometimes not comfortable when you're in government. Sometimes when you're in opposition or you're in the masses, it feels like a sword for you. But the overall and holistic approach is to ensure that every other person commits to the transparency and accountability agenda. I believe that this is the true and honest way of fighting corruption. No matter what you do, people with some level of ulterior motives will be a part of our process. But the likes of RTI and now the performance tracker gives an open book approach by the government. And for me, this is beyond party politics. No, this is really not party politics, because if it was just left to party politics, there would have been, RTI was laid a long time. Performance tracker idea has been there since. But everybody sometimes, or when people are in government, they are reluctant in exposing or putting out what they do because of the subject matter of transparency and scrutiny. But Nana Dan Kwaku and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say, no, we've got to subject ourselves to the people. It comes with consequences. It comes with some of the
That's
scandals.
a lot of work we're
Yes,
looking at right now.
it comes with some scandals. It comes with bashing and sword and all of that. But that is the true essence of governance. So if anybody is serious about governance and committed to the building of a Ghanaian agenda that would ensure that the future of this country has Ghanaians involved, then that person must subject themselves to scrutiny. So in all, that is the narrative. Then you look at the operationalization of the performance tracker. So when we laid the RTI, one of the key parts of the RTI was the operationalization, ensuring that we have RTI officers, which we're gradually doing, ensuring that the law is also operationalized and it works. Now, if you look at the performance tracker, too, it's the same thing. How does it work? The performance tracker allows MMDAs, ministries, agencies to have access to input or to upload the projects they are doing. Not artistic impression. Most often than not, when we have the artistic impression, it creates a false narrative. But then the performance tracker helps you to compare the artistic impression as against the realities on the ground. So if a district is undergoing a 6-unit classroom block or some of the Agenda 111, like the one at Ningo Pram Pram, we don't need to individually go there and go and take pictures and come and show on Joy Prime. The good thing is that the Ningo Pram Pram Assembly can put it out there, or will put it out there for Ghanaians to follow stage by stage. So if it is some institution or some at my own hometown, Kasana Nankana, in the Paga area, they can also upload a 6-unit classroom or probably a factory project they are embarking, and people can have access real.
And this will be done by party members. So.
No, it will be done by officials, not party members. People
These officials are put into office by the president.
No, so most of them too are public servants who are not put into office by the
public
president.
servants who can be compromised.
Every human being, my brother. Every human being. So the good thing is that now we subject ourselves.
But that's where the problem comes.
So the good thing is that
if it's not independent, then it means that whoever is uploading over there, if it's compromised one way or the other by the president or by, no, not the president, but the government, then it means that the person will put things in favor of the government.
You see, the beautiful thing about this, and how your question is brilliant and it's spot on. The beautiful thing about this and the spot on aspect of it is that this country is not run only, or the eyes to see. It is not bequeathed to only people in offices. If you put it out there and it is on, and K goes onto the performance tracker and realize that what you've put is not there, K would expose you. So what is going to happen is that, unlike previous time where someone will go like, we built 1,100 and so, this, we've done this. No, this time around, we are not going to run governance that way. We are subjecting ourselves to the scrutiny of the people to say that we've posted this on the performance tracker.
Go and check it.
You can check and see if it is there. Tell us it is a lie. Because the truth is that whether we like it or not, the state will be run by individuals or be run by human beings. These human beings, I admit, can be compromised. But in a nationalistic view towards building a proper Ghana, we do not need to hide in our corners to give us figures. No, we need to be able to subject ourselves to scrutiny. For me, whether you are MPP or NDC, this is the true way of running a government. And just like the RTI subjected the MPP government and any other government after us to scrutiny, to the will of the people, not to the homes and caprices of some persons in officialdom, then now myself, Mettle, we can also subject to the government and the people in office. Because you see, sometimes we think in our minds, every MPP person would gloss over things. No, it's not true. There are people like myself who see things in officialdom or people in offices who are not doing things well and would want to, even if not come on, sit on set to question it, would want to be able to send the person a message and say that this is not going right. And that is how we build Ghana. And that is how we commit ourselves to a Ghana that is not run by few people on the corridors of Jubilee House or on the corridors of some MMDAs and ministries. By Ghana that you and I can walk up to the street and say that the lights are off, so I'm taking a picture of it. The street lights are not working, but the last time this MMDA said they fixed these street lights. MMDAs, do your work. It does not mean you are antagonizing the government. And that is the true essence of government. And for me, that is the more reason why I'm committed to the Nana Bawumia government, because sometimes it is beyond politics. It is the future of this country, and we can only check this future when we are accountable. But the good thing about this too is that it also helps prevent misinformation and false reportage. Because most often than not, you hear a lot of things put out there by opposition, by other people, which may not be true. But if there is a performance tracker, we can all see for ourselves how it is going. So today, if MPP is not in government and NDC comes into government, God forbid it, and the NDC reports something, or the MPP in opposition, God forbid it again, reports something which is not true, the NDC, through the performance tracker, can correct it. And we do not need to now be at the mercy of the people reporting things which are not true. For me, this should be looked at from the RTI perspective, a scrutiny perspective, an accountability perspective, monitoring perspective, and putting governance into the palms of the people who really matter and put people in officialdom.
Very well. Thank you, Dennis. Let me move on to Mettle.
Yeah, KMJ, a very good morning to your very good self, and a good morning to the entire crew, and a good morning to my Member of Parliament for Lejokuku, Honorable Benjamin Ayiku Nate, and a good morning to the incoming President of Ghana 2025, the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. KMJ, why should Ghanaians, why should the media waste precious time talking about MPP Nana Bawumia performance tracker if indeed they have really performed? They don't need to be putting up performance trackers for their appointees and MMDCs and all that to be pouring information into that performance tracker platform for Ghanaians to see what they've done. I think some of these things have been necessitated by the abysmal performance of some of their appointees put in charge of certain institutions, like the Ashanti Regional Minister's issue that happened not long ago, that he was daring the NDC on national television to mention just 10 projects that we've done in the Ashanti region, whilst he could not even mention 5 projects that they've done in the Ashanti region. Honorable Asase Boakye's claims on national television, abysmal performance, that they could not even mention road projects that they've done. So I think that all these have necessitated the MPP coming up with this performance tracker. KMD, if I ask you, in the last 4 years, what are the critical steps you've taken as a person to get to where you are today? Even if I wake you up from bed, you'll be able to tell me because you did it. And not anybody coming to tell you that this is what you did. You did, and you understand. You felt it. So you'll be able to tell us what you did. What is the performance of the MPP? What are they going to track? What's the performance of the MPP? What's the performance of Nana Akufo-Addo? Is it the one that's the leader and the flag bearer of the MPP today, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, is running away from and saying that he's going to form or create a new vision and also chart a new path when he's elected as president? A member of the government saying that when you are voted again to come into government, you do things different from a government that you played a key role in. What are they going to track? He, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia himself, has clearly stated that the government of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia has been shambolic. So he is not proud to be a member of that government. So therefore, when he is voted into power as a leader of the current MPP administration and voted as president, God forbid, he's going to chart a new path. What are they going to track? Is it the failed campaign promises that the MPP, Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia, that they told Ghanaians before they came into power? Is that what they are going to track? Is it the plagiarized projects like the Obechebi Circle Interchange, like the Pokwase Interchange, like the motorway expansion project? Are they going to plagiarize it and add it to their performance tracker? Are they going to tell Ghanaians that Ghanaians, we promised you A, B, C, D, but we failed? One district, one factory, are they going to talk about it? One village, one dam, are they going to talk about it?
They said they will be
factual. Are they going to talk about the fact that...
They'll be very...
Yes, are they going to talk about the fact that the economy that they promised, that they were going to stabilize, the economy they promised that they were not going to borrow, to be able to build the Ghanaian economy, the economy that they promised that they were not going to go to IMF, the economy that they promised that they were going to stabilize the city, the economy they promised they were going to maintain a single-digit inflation. When you talk about city stabilization, today, the NPP is not servicing external debts. And even at the point where they are not servicing external debts, the cedi to the dollar is 13 Ghana cedis to a cedi, 13 Ghana cedis to a dollar. They are not servicing external debts, and it's 13 Ghana cedis. Today, the NPP administration, when you talk about unemployment is at 14%. Lots of youth in this country do not have jobs to do. When you talk about borrowing, a government that promised they're not going to borrow, these are things that we expect to see in their performance tracker. When you go to school and they are giving you your monthly reports, they give you monthly overall reports of everything that you've done, mathematics, English, science, even extracurricular activities, it's reported on. So they should report to Ghanaians exactly what they've done and what they promised Ghanaians and what they've not done. Why should we waste time talking about Bamia? Why should we waste time talking about MPP? Why should we waste time talking about the performance of the MPP? Everybody knows. And Ghanaians know that they failed Ghanaians. Ghanaians know that their performance has been abysmal. So there's no point in time wasting precious time. We should be thinking about how we'll be able to build
so
a better
this
Ghana.
initiative, in your opinion, is a misplaced priority?
It's a misplaced priority. You came up with 70-page bold solutions at UPSA and was flawed with lies. Performance tracker, and I know it's also going to be flawed with lies. They are going to mention so many lies there that they've not done. Even when it comes to employment, 1 point they mention 2.1, another point they mention 3.1, another point they mention 3.5. Everything about this current government, which today it's about lies.
Isn't it what the citizens look out for? That we want to be part of governance. Yes, we will see them there and all of that. But when we have it in our palms, because everybody is moving to the digitized, system right now. So if we have things like these in our palms, I could be anywhere and probably say, oh, I've seen this project over here ongoing. Let me check and be sure. Or I've seen it on the app. Let me check and be sure if whatever they have done, because I'm in an area where they are put on the app already. It's easier for me to check what is going on the ground and vis-a-vis what is on the app, for me to be able to voice out my opinion that this is not true or it's true. So is it not something that we should all be proud of?
I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm telling you today, before they launch the app today at 10 a.m., whatever they are going to launch on that app, that performance tracker app, and the content or the information that are going to be loaded on that app, 90% of them will be lies.
That's a lot, 90%.
90% of them will be lies. I'm telling you, 90% of them will be lies.
Why would
the MPP
government waste
the
time
MPP government
creating something like that when 90% of
90% of them will be lies? You see, the government is struggling too much to tell Ghanaians what they've done. The Ministry of Information, under the leadership of Kojo Nkrumah, they started this weekly press briefing, telling the press what they've done, and it's not flying up to now. And they launched a platform where they ask all the institutions and MMDCs, governments, PRs to pour out information into those platforms as to what exactly they are doing over there, so that when he's meeting the press in his weekly press briefings, he'll be able to tell Ghanaians what the government is doing. It did not yield any result. Some of the appointees try to go on air to talk about the things that the government is doing, and it's also flawed. So I'm telling you that this performance tracker is part of the many ways that the NPP have tried to make public the kind of things they are doing, and it's not flying. And this is also not going to fly because they lack credibility. They have a credibility and integrity deficit. And Ghanaians do not even believe in them, especially under their leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He himself has credibility issues. So whatever he's leading, whatever he's championing in this performance tracker, I'm telling you today, before they even launch,
it's dead on arrival.
It's dead on arrival. See, we need to, when you talk about John Dramani Mahame's achievements, you see, when you talk about, we didn't suffer too much to talk about them. And we thought that, see, people in their localities saw what...
You had a green book.
We had a green book. But we didn't suffer too much launching trackers. Yes, I'm saying that.
Is this not also another perfect way of making sure that they also put their achievements out?
The NPP has a, what do you call your book? they have a pink book or something. They have they launch Bonsu platform. They had Meet the Press weekly. Today they've come up with a performance tracker. All the amount of money they are spending. You see, and when you look at most of the major media houses, they've bought airtime that they are talking about the things that, apart from the Meet the Press. You see them talking about issues of FSHS and the success they've chalked under FSHS. You see them talking about health projects that they are doing, Agenda 111, at several stages of completion. When you watch most of the news, the media houses, you see them talking about these things. Why
That's
is it not,
a good thing.
Why is it? So ask yourself, why is it not flying? Why are Ghanaians still written that the NPP performance is abysmal? Why are Ghanaians saying that the NPP has done nothing to a government that has gotten much in terms of revenue? They've gotten over 840 billion Ghana cedis in terms of revenue. They've borrowed over 600 billion Ghana cedis. They've also gotten a lot of monies when the COVID-19 came. COVID-19, yes, we agree that COVID-19 came with its own bad sides, but for the NPP, I can say that it was an opportunity for them. Where government has been given so much and with little to show, they are struggling so much, so much to tell Ghanaians what they've done. When you pass the University of Ghana Medical Center, you see what John Dramani Mahama has done. You go to the Maritime Hospital, you see what John Mahama has done. And the water project, you see the Teshi Nungwa Desalination Water Project. You see the Pong Water Desalination Project. You see health, under health, you see several chief compounds around. You see the Greater Accra Regional Hospital roads. You see the Achimota to Ofankor road over there. You see the Circle Interchange. Plagiarized projects, monies that were ready and ready to commence, like the motorway interchange, like the Bechabi interchange. We left all these things over there. So you see, when you talk about the NDC and John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, and the things that he's done, you don't struggle. I can tell you, even your locality, where you live, I don't know where you are, you can see some of the manifestations of the things John Mahama has done.
Dennis, in wrapping up,
the performance struggle is dead on arrival. It's nothing for us to waste time to talk about. We should focus on how to unseat these people and build a better Ghana for Ghana.
Very well. We'll be moving to our next topic very soon. Let me also say that we appreciate Franco Trading Enterprise. Newsflash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. And this morning we're asking you, if your phone is spoiled, you want to change it, whether it be Nokia, Samsung, iPhone, the best place you can change your phone is Franco Trading Enterprise. Quality guaranteed, and that's where you want to be going. Now you can also give us a call, and please, we are asking you not to go on Google and pick any number and do business over there. Please, you can call us on 0555 939311, 0555 939311, and speak to us. We'll always be there. You can also go on www.francotrading.com and you can talk to us over there as well. Now, if you need to monitor your offices, your shops, your homes, your kids will be left at home. So many things happen when you're not there, but you can actually see it anywhere you find yourself at any time on your own phone. We've got screens that you can monitor from both video and audio, and so you need to be able to actually get up to speed what exactly is going on in your environment, and you can only do so when you have quality CCTV cameras from Franco Trading Enterprise. So please do go and grab yours today, and trust me, you won't regret it. It's something that a lot of people are talking about. So we are everywhere. Our branches are around. You can also visit any of our branches and do well to grab yourself one of those. And please, we're giving 40% discount to all the accessories that you buy from us and some other phones that you buy from us. We've got 40% discount. It's never done anywhere. Nobody gives you that. It's only Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise says phone Papa Pafi. Newsflash is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Now, we're going to move on to the IPAC meetings and all of that. And we'll also find out exactly what has been going on in terms of the NPP and the NDC. Now, the EC is speaking about the issue as well. There's division in the NPP and then in the NDC. But I'm going to take a few of your comments that have come through. When I come back, we can delve into that conversation. Could I have those messages, please? Okay, so we're going to start from here. And let's see who is over there. This one says that, good morning, KMJ, the Swagon journalist, Papa. Hey, this I blame you too for this. Aside free SHS, Nanado Baumia-led administration has failed as after all the trust we imposed on them. We don't need the app or the PRO gimmicks to show projects to us Ghanaians, because the Bible says your works will speak and follow you whether good or bad. I mean, and I can see the Galamsey destroying Brim River and then the 111 hospital under construction. Do I need an app before to tell me the project in my area? Waste of money. Nana Kwesi Otame in a name sent in that one. Let me go to the next one over here. Says, good morning, Mr. Host. Please, can you inform the NDC man that JM had green book containing all that he has done during his tenure, but we are yet to see those routes. He should give us a break. They're all the same. Nana was from God. So then I reminded him, and he said that, well, some of the projects they did are visible, and he mentioned a few of them. I'm sure you are following. So, yeah. Good morning, Joy Prime. Please tell Dennis to respect we, the viewers today. Communication is not all about unnecessary argument. I'm an NDC member, but trust me, anytime I see Mr. George Ayisi and Honorable Titus Global in any show, I get happier, because even if they disagree, what you would hear them say is, well, that's your opinion. Mr. George Ayisi will even compliment it with a beautiful smile. But Dennis Miracle Abuaje will say, let me educate you, but will end up confusing everybody, including themselves, and try to run away with the matter at hand using arrogance, postures, and noise-making. Ghanaians don't need performance tracker because we have eyes and we can see if they had performed. We would have seen it with our own eyes. Master Raman Tuna, Saule Tuna Kalba sent in that one. Another one over here says, good morning, KMJ. It's a new tracker, or is it a new tracker or the old one that led to barbering and hairdressing shops? I hope it's a tracker that will help us solve our light problem in the nation, so that ECG can immediately have an indication of any area that goes off. God bless Ghana and Ghanaians. From DJ Body 2, Sawaba in Asokore Mampo Municipal Kumasi. Dennis will answer that if it's an upgrade of what exists or it's a new one. The NPP has at this time realized that proper governance goes beyond sloganarian and propaganda. There is no need for any performance tracker. Ghanaians are not ignorant of the abysmal performance of the NPP across the nation. They have prioritized family and friends over the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian. Ghanaians are poised to kick them out of office to pave the way for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the visionary leader and the nation builder to salvage this country. Good morning to Honorable James Agalga, MP for Bulsa North Constituency. Daniel Apaliok from Sandima sent in that one. The next one over here, let me try and get it. It says that, good morning, Mr. Host. Please tell the NPP guy not to defend this government. He should think for himself. Is any of his family members having big posts in the government? But Osafuma for children are in SNIT. You are here defending. Look at the photo well. I'm not NPP or NDC. I'm Ghanaian. Moses from Lagos sent in that one. Which of the Lagos, Ghana Lagos or the Nigerian Lagos that we know? The NPP guy should answer if this is a man. 1 Al Jazeera report go for oil, LGBTQ plus fuel prices still. That's important, not to me, not to come in line in Nigeria. No government will come out for performance. We see it ourselves. Okay. Let me go here. Good morning, KMJ. This is not the first time the NPP is launching performance tracker. Why did they pull down the first one? It was full of ghost projects. Like Metal said, this will be full of lies. JDM's projects are all over Ghana for everyone to see. Ghanaians are waiting for December 7 to bring back JDM, the nation builder. And that's from Israel, Mark Bruce Ajako in Keta. And let me go to the next one. Over here, it says, good morning, Mr. Host. Dennis and Abuaji are always confusing Ghanaians. The tracker is needless. They should give us the timetable to plan our lives. The timetable for the ECG that you need. Good morning to you. Controlling inflation rates in Ghana is a critical challenge that requires a combination of monetary exchange rate, fiscal policy, structural reforms, and enhanced transparency and credibility of policy measures. By implementing these strategic measures effectively, policymakers can control inflation and create a stable and conducive environment for economic growth in Ghana. Aaron sent in that one, and let me go to this one over here. We should applaud government for taking a step to let Ghanaians know what is being done. It's a good thing, and we must all embrace it. And that's Fake Up from Bambuga. Okay, this one is still waiting to appear. Let me go here and see what we have over there. Probably we'll do a few of them, and then we'll come back to continue our conversation. This one says, hi, host, NDC must take the missing equipment at the Electoral Commission very seriously, because NPP is bent on rigging the 8 by the help of the party full soldiers at EC, just as they did in 2020. You mean Ghanaians must not take the NPP for granted because they are capable of looting everything, including excavators, state bungalows, and forest reserves. And another one here. Okay, I'm thinking that it's almost the same thing that you were trying to put across. Let me go and read others from different people. Now, this is King. Once again, the NPP is coming, go full Ghanaians with this so-called performance tracker. Do you remember the over 20K projects launched by this same government, which ended up in taking up private entities projects, including water projects and toilet facilities? This is another fiasco. Patrick Mensa Ayawasu Central sent in that. Alasanda Sese from Zenu Central says, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak to all Muslims across the globe, especially the entire Sese family. Wish each and every one Eid Mubarak, and may the Almighty Allah bless us all. I mean, KMJ, if you come to my electoral area, and Kansa, street lights are something we are lacking so much, and I urge the government to come to our aid. Thank you for sending us that. Maybe you should take a video and send to us again. If you see those malfunctions once, you can send them to us as well. Good morning to you and your guest. Even NPP takes Jimesa as Baumia running mate and Bossman Asari as his campaign manager. Still, they will lose the election portal. Arrears everywhere. NAPCO trainees, NSS Forestry Commission, not paid for the past 2 years, and you want NPP to come back to power. How? Never again will this happen. You send NAPCO trainees to go home painfully, not paid their arrears, and you want power. Baumia should clear up all our arrears before the 2024 elections. And that's Shimsu sent in that one. All right, very well. So speaking about the elections, now we can actually tackle the issue of NPP and NDC divided with regards to IPAC meetings. And yesterday, there have been some reports coming up. Dennis, I'm going to start off with you. What's happening? Well, the NPP says that there's no problem. Dennis, we don't have time. We don't have time for
I think that the issue of what's happening at IPAC, I have said that going into election 2024, one of the key things that we all must know is that this election is important to everybody.
Absolutely.
But this election came to meet Ghana. This election would go, Ghana will remain. You can blow hot air for as much as you want. If you are thinking that myself, Dennis, or any other young person will get onto the street, kill ourselves for any politician, it is a lie. It will not happen today, it will not happen tomorrow. So whoever it is that feels like blowing hot air or war drums or whatever they want, might as well just rest. Because me, and I'm not sure any young, smart Ghanaian will do that for anyone. Not because we do not have cause, or not because sometimes we don't have grievances, but because we've gone to an age and stage where we have come to love our country, appreciate that democracy comes with diversity, it comes with diverging opinions. So a subject matter of missing items. I do not expect MPP and NDC to agree at all times. My challenge has been the bravado, the aggression that comes with the NDC when they disagree with matters. That is my only challenge. I admit and I agree and I respect the diversity. It is beautiful for our democracy that we believe that when something is missing in your office, it's something that is missing. You look for it.
And should be able to account for them.
Yes, you should be able to account for it and you should look for it. In my personal and honest opinion, it is a matter of state security agencies handling it and finding it. Especially when the Electoral Commission has come to tell you that equipment does not contain data. Because when they are done, they clear. We all read that statement, right?
Yeah, it says it doesn't compromise the
election. It does not compromise it. So now it becomes logistics which are missing. In our offices, in our homes, sometimes we lose things, right? Do we create a war impression? My worry has not been that the call for the EC to account or look for the missing items. No, that's not been my worry. I think that I would even join in that call because it is actually the right thing to do. And that is why the security agencies are there. Because even in our own lives, that is what we do. But to create an unexisting mountain is my problem. And I keep saying this, that election 2024 will come and go. Someone will win the next election. Hopefully and likely it will be the MPP. And the NDC can do nothing about it when we win the election. And we've said that so many times. Similarly, and I'm saying this, when they win, we can also do nothing the standard for respecting the opinion of Ghanaians and the Electoral Commission mandate and institution has been set by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. In 2012, when he did that faithful, bold, nationalistic thing by standing in front of the whole country and accepting in good faith what the Supreme Court, as much as we all disagreed, and it was glaring to the people of Ghana, the inconsistency and the flaws, irregularities of the election, we did not gloss over it. We did not pump hot air over it. All we are saying is that, and all every well-meaning Ghanaian is saying is that, admittedly, these are challenges. The missing items must be looked for, and that is why we have a state security agency. But to create a mountain and an unexisting problem when the EC has clearly told you that it does not contain documents. And, okay, let's be honest with us. If their items are missing and you go to the polling centers and you police the ballot, we count each and every vote, and you're able to collate, unlike previous times when the NDC has struggled to even substantiate their arguments in this country when it comes to elections. You're able to collate and then give figures. Who has the penchant of rigging who? We were in this country when in 2012 we were declared losers. We went to court, which is the right thing to do when you lose and you are aggrieved. We came out of court, and what could we do? Accept it. I am saying that litmus test that was done in 2012 establishes the foundation that in this country, if the NDC lose the next election, which they will, they can do nothing about it. If MPP loses, which is unlikely, we can do nothing about it. Ghana will remain, and Mettle, Dr. Mane Boama, or Sami Jefi, or John Dramani Mahama can do nothing about it. Ghana will continue, because I'm not sure Mettle sitting here is willing to pick a gun and point at me. If you are, then I'm telling you, if you shoot, you win. At the end of the day, Mettle and the NDC have a responsibility to understand that the will not go anywhere. You will lose the election 2024. You sit home, you treat your wounds, and you come back in 2028. That's all you can do.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay, this flash is probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, and we're still here. It's Phone Papa Party, so do well and grab yours this morning. And we're talking about the issue of IPAC meetings and matters arising, the missing biometric verification devices. The NDC is not happy about it. The MPP says that, well, the EC has come out to issue a statement that there's nothing really to be bothered about. The EC believes that those devices do not even compromise the elections in any way. But the NDC says, no, we still believe that those have to be accounted for. Beto.
KMJ, it's wishful thinking for my brother to say that the NDC is not going to win the election. The NDC, we know, the election 2024 that will be held on the 7th of December, we are winning the election hands down. We are not really focusing much on the polls that are being done. We know we are winning. We are not really focusing on the abysmal performance of the Nana Addo Bawumia administration. We know we are winning. And I can say clearly here today that even if Samira Bawumia is appointed electoral commissioner, with Deputy as Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the NDC is winning election 2024 hands down. And John Dramani Mahama will be declared the winner of the election.
And the EC
John Mahama,
do that job.
John Mahama, I'm coming. John Mahama will be the president that will be sworn in on the 7th of January 2025. However, there's a constitutionally mandated body that is supposed to supervise elections in Ghana. That's the Electoral Commission. There are gadgets that the Electoral Commission use in their operations. Some has to do with laptops, some has to do with this biometric verification devices and all that. Now, the problem we have as a political party, when it was first raised by the minority leader, Honorable Atu-Forson, in Parliament, when the EC appeared in Parliament, and they questioned them about the missing biometric verification devices. At that point, the EC denied that there were not any missing biometric verification devices. Later on, at the emergency IPAC meeting, the EC is confirming that indeed there are missing biometric devices, but then they will not have any impact on the results of the elections. So clearly, then it raises a question of credibility and integrity. If you're an independent electoral commission, we are stakeholders of the election, and clearly we'll be concerned with whether little or major things that happen that we think can affect the integrity of the election. And you come to Parliament, I will pose a question to you. Tell us the truth that indeed they are missing. But at that point, they cannot affect the results of the election. But you deny at that point that we come to IPAC and you tell us it's missing, but they cannot have any effect on the election. Our question to them, those machines that were missing, did they report to the police that the machines were missing? With the heavy security at the Electoral Commission headquarters. Today when you're going to the Electoral Commission, it's like you're entering a Major General's house, where you find armored cars, military men, policemen, even to go to the Electoral Commissioner herself, her office. I've never seen something like that in our Fourth Republic. After you don't walk freely on the streets of Ghana. But Jane Mensah, see the number of security men that are surrounding her. What has she done? What is she hiding from? Why is she afraid? After that walks freely anywhere. So if we raise an issue that, see, they are missing biometric verification machines, did you report to the police? What were the serial numbers that were contained on that biometric verification machine? What data, the data that were on the data captured over there, did you take inventory of the data that was captured on that biometric verification machine? These are simple questions that we are asking. And if anybody sits and say that biometric verification machine cannot have an impact on the result of an election, then we are deceiving ourselves. Because when you are dealing with Jane Mensah's Electoral Commission, when you are dealing with MPP, and you look at the history of elections in Ghana, even under a military leader who brought us to democracy, the late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, we do not have elections where you have people losing their lives. But under the guise and leadership of a man who is touted to be a human rights lawyer and a human rights activist, in election 2020, 8 people lost their lives. When you take Electoral Commission to court, for an Electoral Commission that declared results more than 4 times, they declare the results and they come back and they change it. And they tell you one thing, that the machines are not missing. And at another time, they tell you that indeed they are missing, but they do not have an impact on the results of the election. If you are a political party like the NDC, that the hope and aspirations of Ghanaians are in you. Today, Ghanaians are crying for the NDC to come back. Guta says they've missed John Dramani Mahama. Students of Ghana say they've missed John Dramani Mahama. Look at what is happening at Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. Traders say they've missed John Dramani Mahama. In fact, nurses, that the MPP, in 2016 were campaigning. Nurses are suffering, teachers are suffering, doctors are suffering. All these professionals today are crying back for John Dramani Mahama to come back. So the fight for NDC today is not about NDC. It's about rescuing Ghana. And we cannot disappoint Ghanaians at this critical point in time. We cannot live a single day under another leadership of another NPP leader. So we need to take everything serious and make sure that the right things are done. If we leave it for Jane Mensah, we do not trust Jane Mensah. We do not trust the current Electoral Commission.
That's what it is?
We do not trust them, the current Electoral Commission. And despite the fact that they performed abysmally and John Dramani Mahama is winning, doesn't mean that we should sit aloof and then just look on some of these things. We'll open our eyes and we'll match them boot for boot with all the processes leading to the election. You have 1 month to start registration.
Yeah.
Look at the issues popping up. Just 1 month to start registration. Look at the issues popping up. In what serious country, what serious Electoral Commission will be doing these things around this point in time? So I beg you and I beg Ghanaians, this is not a cry for the NDC. We know we are winning the election. We know John Dramani Mahama is winning. No matter who is appointed Electoral Commissioner, would win. But that is why there's IPAC. That is why we are there. And we need to make sure that we police the process to the end. So John Dramani Mahama comes back to rescue the people of Ghana.
A very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprises this morning for giving us the chance to have this conversation. Newsflash. We're going to be checking some of the messages. Maybe we'll wrap up with a few messages. We've got like 5 minutes to actually wrap up the conversation for today here on Newsflash. So I'll just take your, quick comment on that, and then we'll take some few messages. Okay, let me do some messages, and then we'll come back. Do we have some messages over here. Okay, so this one says that, good morning, KMJ, the panelists. I wish the NPP had any little chance to win the 2024 election so that their incompetence could be exposed more. However, to say that the incumbent will win the election, turning down research results and fabricating own stories to merit their political ambition is tantamount to one smelling his or her own pan. Now I weep for the next president, JM. This one over here says, KMJ, let the NPP man know that the NPP is aware that they have lost the election. Since Jean Mensa assumed office, they always support whatever happens at the EC. The NDC gave birth to the Fourth Republic. We are in the NDC. We, the NDC, will do everything to protect it. The NPP man on your show is a joker. We're closely watching. That's from Israel McBruce, Ajakpo, and Keta. Sent in that one. This one says, good morning, Mr. Host. Why is it that the NDC, my party, is not always telling the truth? And the most annoying that they are not mentioning the things late President Atamels never again official one. Mr. Host, this is simple logical. How can you buy a new phone without inserting a SIM card? Would the phone function? That's a big question he's asking over there. This one says, the missing BVDs is an issue that borders on the integrity of the Electoral Commission. There's every need for a thorough audit and investigation of the Electoral Commission to safeguard the democracy of our country. The theft of these machines have the potential of compromising the registration of new voters and subsequently the 2024 elections. No electoral malpractice will be given a foothold this time. The NPP communicator in your studios can continue to tickle himself and laugh. The victory JDM is non-negotiable. Daniel Akalok sent in that. And so I says, good morning to you all. I just don't want to believe this. If the minority leader knew about the missing device at the EC when the EC has not publicly informed the public, does it mean that the NDC have a hand in the missing of the devices? Okay. Good morning, KMJ. The DMB know that former Vice President Kwesi Arthur was a driver mate when he asked him 171 questions. The man is confused. Never again will I vote for NPP. And that's Stephen Donkere from Jirapa. Let me see if I can get a last one and then we're done for the messages for today. This one says, good morning, King. It looks as if the entire NPP party is comfortable with how they are referred to as deceivers. Else, how can they continuously be saying that the free SHS will collapse under Mahama, while actually the man started this program with all Ghanaian day students in September 2015. The NPP should respect us and bring policies that will curb hardship in Ghana, such as 247 economy. Patrick Mensah from also sent in that. All right, guys, we're wrapping up. Just 1 minute for you guys and we're done.
Thank you very much, Kay. When Metto was closing on that one, he mentioned students. And yesterday we had a presser. You saw it on the front page.
Yeah.
You realized that one of our biggest problems in this country is the consistent attack on free SHS beneficiaries by Mr. Mahama. The former president consistently is attacking students. First, it was the Awasi, when he came out to say that the Awasi is not credible. He slandered the Wasi that is going to earn universities outside. Then he comes to say that he does not understand why 2 billion Ghana cedis should be invested in free senior high school. But the problem is not just the attacks, it's the hypocrisy here and the double standard here. In one breath, you don't understand why 2 billion should be spent on free SHS. In another breath, you think that private schools, you bring private schools, you add private schools to free SHS. In one breath, 2016, you promised to roll out free tablets, distribution of free tablets. You failed at it. In another breath, that year we were struggling to give chalks to teachers. In another breath, now someone has come and is able to implement it and is distributing tablets to students. And in that same breath, it becomes a problem for you and you think that it is vote buying. When you were sharing laptops which were branded John Dramani Mahama, there was no vote buying. To tertiary students, we are giving tablets to students who majority will not vote. Senior high school students are now below, most of them are 16, 14, 13. Then you find that as vote buying, when they won't even vote. So for students and education matter, it is safe to advise the NDC that we should not go there, because what we have on student and education matter is a consistent attack by John Dramani Mahama and his NDC at every given opportunity to show bitterness against the free SHS beneficiaries. And that is why we have a problem. So if you have your EC matter you are talking about, kindly in the name of God, save the students of this country. Let us sit somewhere and enjoy the benefit of quality education that we receive from the NPP now as compared to the NDC.
Okay, very well. Mettle, we're done.
Dennis shouldn't be coming to talk about students not suffering under free SHS on Joy. Your media house conducted an investigation and went to secondary schools, Laboni and some other schools.
Documentary.
And clearly, the documentary, and you aired it right here in your studios. What did you get from the documentary? Students are suffering under the current free SHS. The quality of education have dropped. IMF in their report is saying that the purpose of the free SHS has failed. But I'm telling Ghanaians that there's hope. Because John Dramani Mahama has promised to alleviate the unemployment rate in Ghana by bringing out of the box solution, which is the 24-hour economy. John Dramani Mahama is telling the banking sector that the collapsed banks, he's going to rejuvenate them and bring them back when he's voted into power. When he met Buta, John Dramani Mahama told them that he's going to continue with the building of ultra-modern markets that he started when he was president. You can see KJTR, you can see Kotokwaba, you can see all that. And also, for the first time, he's going to continue abandoned projects, and there's so many of them. And because of time, I'll just limit here. And I'm telling you, we always end that the hope of Ghana and the hope of the youth of this nation is to bring back John Dramani Mahama. Don't be deceived by this MPP political party. They are a party of liars, they are a party that have lost vision, they are clueless, and they've lost their priorities in the management of this nation. Let's put back JM.
All right, very well. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for making time for us this morning here on the show. But let's say a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. It's the leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlet in the country. And we're even going beyond this country, and we're doing so much out there. So if you need to buy iPhones, Nokia, whether, Samsung, any of the smart TVs that you want in your room, we have ranges of 32 to 55 inches that you can buy from us. Franco Air Condition is also available for you to purchase now. It's doing wonders in various homes, and these are air conditions that you can trust. They're very well guaranteed, and so do well to make a purchase. CCTV cameras that functions very well. You can be anywhere at any time and still monitor your homes. Your family will never be in danger, because the moment you're in danger, you see it anywhere you are, and you tell your authorities that would actually ensure that they are well taken care of to go there and sort the situation out. So please do well and grab yours. It's both audio, visual, and all that. So yeah, you need it. Everyone needs it. We're giving you 40% discount on any of the accessories that you buy from us, and some other phones that you can purchase from us as well. Please do call us on 024-642 2338 or 0555-9393111 and speak to us. Do not pick any number on Google. Please do not pick any number on Google to do business with. And you can also visit the app. That we have the app on Google Play Store. It's Franco Trading app, and our website is www.francotrading.com. We love you. Franco says it's phone. Papa. A very good morning going out to you, Tina baby. You're watching the show this morning, and you say that my ladies, Siru and Rosna, are looking very gorgeous. You want them to know that, all right? So, Tina baby, you're always watching the show. A very good morning to you. Many thanks to man like Dennis for coming through this morning, representing the NPP, and A Mettle NUNOO also representing the NDC. Making time for me this morning, gentlemen. God bless you. Enjoy your day, and we'll look at the tracker when it comes up sometime tomorrow on the show. So yeah, we'll have that conversation that's coming up. There's more here on the show. What's trending? The Golden Girl is on standby to bring you the latest on what's going on. There's conversations you're having on social media. She's got all of them. Nathaniel Ato will be bringing some sports update. Rosalind Felly has got the big interview coming up this morning here on the show. You want to wait for that interview. We're going to the mining sector. We've got so much to talk about. The young man that has been there has been doing well, and we want to find out what has been going on in that sector, as well. So yeah, you want to wait for that. Afronita joins us a bit later for entertainment here on the show, and that will be a wrap for today's show. Thanks to Franco Trading Enterprise once again. My name is KMJ. Stay on the hours. I've got some more coming up.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fie.